A midwife who saved so many babies loses her life giving birth. Flavia Nambi, a passionate midwife who worked on her days off, gone too soon. In 2018, I set off a journey to identify a midwife working in the eastern region of Uganda who could tell a story about the importance of childhood vaccination. It took me over 2 weeks to identify a midwife who could really bring out the story. I met over 6 midwives, but I could not find someone who could tell the story why vaccines matter. Most of them were camera shy, while others were just too busy to spare time. I was losing hope, but I made one last try. On a Saturday afternoon, I traveled to 3 health facilities in the eastern part of Uganda. Most health workers do not work weekends, but patients were lined up at the hospital. That was Nankandulo Health Center 4 in Kamuli district. I asked the patients how the services were at the facility. They answered, "We have Musa Flavia. She treats us well." I was eager to see the Flavia they were talking about. And before I could ask where she was, she came in to check on one of the mothers who had delivered the previous night. She was there to give the baby a shot of the vaccine. With a beaming smile, she asked me whether I was sick or had come to check on a patient. In my mind, I knew this was the perfect person I was looking for. We later had a chat and got to know each other. My first question was what motivates her to be on duty on a weekend, to which she answered, "The people need me around. I'm always there even when I'm off duty. It means a lot when people come and find someone to attend to them regardless of the day and time." Flavia was passionate about helping mothers give birth and immunizing children. "The people need me around. I'm always there even when I'm off duty. It means a lot when they come and find someone to attend to them regardless of the day and time." Flavia Nambi, a midwife and nurse. She was featured in a short at-life video about why vaccines matter. At that time, we shot the video. She was 5 months pregnant, but she had a miscarriage soon thereafter. We became close friends and would call each other often. Flavia later conceived again, but tragically lost her life while giving birth to that child. At the time of her death, Flavia had been promoted to head a newly expanded health center, Kangumba Health Center 3. According to her supervisor Moses Giagoba, Flavia had traveled by motorcycle to the district office and then to pick up vaccines to restock the health center the day before she passed away. It was not common to find a health worker in Uganda who works due to passion and not because they are paid to do so. I found Flavia one of a kind. She always put her patients before herself. At Kangumba Health Center 3, she had already made an impact, especially with attitudes of parents towards immunization. One mother commented, "I would take a child for medical attention, but Flavia would talk to me about family planning and general health care. I'll miss her." Francis Balitamuto, Flavia's husband, has not yet come to terms with the passing of his wife and mother of his children. We looked forward to our third born, Flavia, but by the time on the fateful day, Francis wasn't around. He was at work in a distant town. She told me that she wasn't going to deliver at her facility, the Kangumba Health Center, because she was the only midwife there and their maternity ward was not fully operating. She opted to give birth at a private facility. She had saved enough for a private clinic, so we knew everything would be fine. Francis received a phone call from his sister-in-law announcing the death of the baby. By the time the phone call came in, Flavia was still alive. The news of the passing of the baby hit me hard, but I consoled myself that my wife was fine. I wish I could travel from Mayinja to Kamuli on foot to see my wife, but there were no transportation means. I called back and asked how my wife was doing. Francis received a phone call from but there was no transportation. I called back and asked how my wife was doing. I was told she had passed on. He says that Flavia was his source of inspiration. Flavia was a pillar of strength. I do not earn much, so we all depend on her income. She helped me construct our home. Francis noted that Flavia had plans of starting up a maternity home for mothers in labor. She had even bought land. She would tell me that she was disturbed that many mothers had to travel long distances for prenatal care and delivery. He adds, our children, innocent and unable, are now having a hard time. They are staying with my sister because I work far away. Flavia was also paying tuition for Ruth, her younger sister, to pursue a university diploma in medical records. Flavia inspired me to get a health-related degree. She cared a lot about mothers and babies. With Flavia's passing, Ruth's education now hangs in the balance. Rest in eternal peace, Flavia Nambi.